There are many regular viewers who watch our stories but have not subscribed to the channel. If you are also one of those 85 people, then quickly press the subscribe button and yes, press the bell icon for notifications of latest thrilling crime stories. Don't forget the dark web's Squid games. Who doesn't like to play games like Don't Seek Tug of War Dog in the Pond? But what if losing these games means you have to lose your life? 29-year-old Rajmi, who is an ethical hacker by profession, he was sending messages on the dark web late at night to catch hackers when he received a message from an anonymous sender. The link read, "Come to this online room, play games, and win more than $2 million. Rajmi is like this. He was waiting for some message to come. He had visited many red rooms and had found their source and got them caught as well. Red rooms are such places where people pay money to get other people tortured for their lives, where on one hand, people used to give money there. There were other types of red rooms also where betting took place on the winning and losing of people. Rajmi studied their famous cases, and he knew that getting access to them was not free from danger, even for his high-tech system. But still, Rajmi did it. He clicked on that link and entered the online red room. His screen suddenly turned black and all the icons disappeared. A new window suddenly opened. There were many boxes in this window in which different levels were mentioned. Suddenly, a message flashed, "Welcome to the Death Games," and below that there was a button which read, "Click to play." On pressing that button, those windows changed into profiles of different people. Their names were written below their profiles, and there were stakes attached to them as well, which were according to their strength. That is, the weaker a person is, the longer he survives or stays in the game, the higher will be his chances of making money. Rajmi chose the strongest person among them. Weak selected a guy named Alvin. As soon as Alvin's profile was selected, the Site A CCTV camera footage was captured in which Alvin was tied with chains in a room with many people. Suddenly, a buzzer rang, and then some people whose face was completely covered with a white mask came there with long guns in their hands and shot him. From there, the screen changed to the feed of another camera, where a table full of bloodstains had a lot of spoons and lemons lying beside them. Now, all those people came inside the frame, in which there were boys and girls of all ages, and everyone's clothes were dirty and bodies were full of injuries. Those crazy people pushed them forward, everyone's chains were opened, and they put the spoon in their mouth and balanced the lemon on it and started racing. Then those crazy people attacked them from behind. The hunter dogs were released, and while running away from many people, the lemon fell from the spoon, and they were shot dead at the same time. Those hunter dogs caught many people and started tearing them apart and eating them. Alvin kept running in panic, and there were 5 more people around him. Lemons fell from the fire, and they were killed on the spot. As people were dying, coins started increasing from the side. Alvin. The longer Rajmi was left, the more notifications he received of winning bitcoins. Rajmi immediately tried to access the server of this site, but he failed. He also sent the data of his computer to his team, but they too were unable to access the site. Then another message flashed on his screen, "Congratulations on winning." Along with this message, Rajmi's photo was also attached, which was taken from his webcam. Rajmi had come across many hacker groups and red rooms on the dark web, which were first posted by him. Rajmi thought that his trap might have worked, but when he tried to access the location of Red Rum's server with his high-tech software, the location shown by his software was of none other than his own computer. This had never happened to Rajmi before in her 10 years of work. The fact that her team was unable to track the site and her home address was visible in the server location, meant that the Red Room was very advanced and dangerous. He sent all the updates to his team. Meanwhile, another message flashed on his screen. Game to begin, meaning the second game was about to begin. The next game was Tug of War, a game where 2 groups hold a rope, and pull it towards themselves. Whoever pulls the rope towards themselves and snatches it from the other group wins. Those chains were given to those people by the masked guards. They were divided into groups, and a lot of glass pieces were rubbed on the rope in the middle, and then they spread the glass pieces on the ground. Both the groups picked up the rope and started a tug of war while walking on the glass. Both the groups started collecting the glass pieces. They were screaming in pain because of the pain and wanted to let go of the glass rope, but when one of them let go of the rope, the masked man shot him and killed him. The rest of the people were screaming in pain and tried to save their lives. By applying this, he started walking on the glass and pulling that painful rope towards himself. Alvin's team was about to lose, but then all of them put in their best efforts, and finally, his team won. All the people of the losing team were killed who had to face the problem of winning Bitcoin again. Notification came that Remy was repeatedly trying to access the server of this site using different softwares, but he was unable to do so. It was failing again and again. The screen went blank again. Another message came, "Congratulations to you and your families for winning." And the screen with the same message suddenly appeared with the pictures of Rajmi and Alvin's family members. The footage was changed into the front camera footage of the home computer. Both their families were visible in the footage. This meant that the owners of that side had access to their house. Rajmi understood that he cannot defeat these hackers. He tried to shut down his computer, but then he got a message, "We know who you are, and if you quit, you will lose everything." And a camera flashed on the screen. Footage started flashing in which some guards wearing white masks were standing outside Alvin and Rajmi's house with guns in their hands. Rajmi was not able to understand anything and was repeatedly trying to message and call his department and family members. But neither were his calls getting received, nor was he able to message anyone. Then his screen went blank again and another message came on it. Game 3 Bigs. That is, the third game begins. Now the camera was on an empty table in which there was a big board on which 9 squares were made, and along with it were cut wooden pieces. There were circles and crosses filled with nails, cut out of glass pieces and with the pieces stuck on his body. The guard made the unconscious Alvin sit on a chair. Rajmi understood that the game was nothing but crosses and noughts, i.e., zero cut. In this game, whoever first puts 3 crosses or circles in a row wins the game. Alvin's opponent also came and sat down and the game began. At first, Alvin was winning the game, but he got injured due to the glass wounds and the injury in the previous game. Due to this, Alvin fainted one step before winning. His opponents completed their row and he won the game. Before Rami could do anything, those guards killed Alvin and Rajmi's screen went black again, and now his A message came on the screen. "You lose everything. Never track us." Again. That means you all lost and never make the mistake of tracking us again. The screen suddenly changed to the front camera footage of Rajmi and Alvin's family computer, and in no time the guards entered both the houses and took Rajmi and Alvin's lives. They killed the family members and left from there. Rajmi was not able to understand anything and started crying. He was repeatedly calling his colleagues and friends, but his network was not working. Rajmi immediately switched off his power supply, which caused his computer to shut down. Rajmi tried to access the site for the next several months, but he and his colleagues could never find the site again, despite using all their knowledge and technology. Remy gave up hacking forever. He left it and decided that he will never access the dark web world from now onwards. Many such Squid games still happen inside the Red Rooms in the real-life dark web world. You should stay away from these dark web worlds and do not do anything like this.